Superstar Dolph Ziggler,
AJ Styles,
Seth freaking Rollins, and this is BrettO Live on YouTube.
What's going on, guys? BrettO Live back with another video, and today we have the Week in Review, episode 102. We are going to start off with Monday Night Raw. Raw wasn't a half bad show. Of course, I'll make sure to rate it after I'm done talking about it. This is where we go over Raw and SmackDown in a setup style. I'll tell you guys what happened, tell you what I thought about it. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting over here was a match, Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler versus Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, and nothing really happened here. We had Naomi and Lana on ringside on commentary. They didn't really do much at all. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler just picked up the victory. Nothing really at all happened there. Very, very lame, very pointless. Moving over here, it was Braun Strowman versus Elias in a rematch, because Elias, you know, he had a complaining point. He's like, I didn't get a chance, to prepare for this match at Fastlane. I want a rematch. So he got a rematch against Braun Strowman. I don't know why you would want a rematch. But yeah, he was out there with Shane before the match, freaking like doing a song, calling Braun stupid, provoking him. How dumb is that? But yeah, they provoked Braun Strowman enough to where absolutely destroyed Elias in this match, man. I thought it was hilarious. They had a train sound effect. A train sound effect for Braun Strowman running on ringside, destroying Elias. I don't know why the light's showing up bad. But yeah, they literally had a train sound effect like choo choo and then boom, ran into Elias. I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, in the end, Braun Strowman did end up beating Elias with a running power slam, just building more to Shane McMahon versus him at WrestleMania, which they already announced, which is going to be pretty good. Moving over here, we had a match between Miz and Jeff Hardy, and I felt so bad for Jeff, man. Miz beat him in a one-on-one with the Skull Crusher finale, and then Miz is like, before this on Miz TV, he's like, I challenge Bad Bunny to a match at WrestleMania. I'm like, what? You gotta be kidding me. Miz, Bad Bunny at WrestleMania? What the heck is gonna happen there? And Bad Bunny accepted by whacking Miz with a guitar right after the match. I'm like, oh my gosh, get wrecked. Freaking Miz. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Bad Bunny, as you guys know, I'm not the biggest fan of him. But yeah, he did nail Miz with the guitar. And yeah, I guess they're going to be having a freaking match at WrestleMania. That's insane. Moving over here is a match between Sheamus and Bobby Lashley to open the show. Bobby Lashley got super frustrated mid this match because the Hurt Business came out, Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, to help him. And Bobby Lashley's like, I don't need your help. I can do this all by himself. I'm the WWE champion. I don't need your help. But yeah, in the end, he did end up beating Sheamus with the Hurt Lock with a little distraction from Shelton Benjamin. Nothing too crazy though. But I was like super weirded out by this because I'm like, wait a minute. Where was the help when Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin were having a tag team match? Where was the help there? Why wasn't Bobby Lashley out there? So I was super confused by that. But yeah, Bobby Lashley did end up beating Sheamus one-on-one. He was super mad that Cedric and Shelton got involved. That he's like, you know what, you guys, sorry is not enough. You guys need to prove that you guys freaking messed up in this. So Shelton Benjamin and Cedric went up in a match against Drew McIntyre. Yeah, 2-on-1 handicap match, man. This was not bad. Drew McIntyre dominated them, hit 2 claymores at the end. The claymore that he did to Cedric Alexander, I know he's done it before, but it looked wicked, dude. He literally flipped him inside out. I'm like, oh my gosh, Cedric Alexander's head just got taken off. It was freaking sick. I really liked that. And then Sheamus, after this match over here, he encountered Matt Riddle backstage, and finally, somebody just destroyed Riddle backstage. I literally cannot stand Riddle. He's so freaking stupid. Oh my gosh, his character I'm talking about. But yeah, Sheamus grabbed his scooter, and he's like, oh, this thing's sick, and then just nailed him with it. So hopefully Sheamus could get a United States title opportunity. I think that would be freaking awesome. But all this, I thought it wasn't too bad whatsoever. It was okay. Moving over here, we had the New Day coming out, interrupting Omos and AJ Styles, and they showed a little dissension between Styles and Omos, showing that they don't really know each other too well. They were asking him, like, what's Omos' favorite color? And AJ Styles couldn't answer any of the questions. But it was a match. Kofi Kingston, AJ Styles. Xavier Woods distracted AJ Styles with the trombone when he was on the top rope, getting ready for a big move. And then Kofi Kingston pulls him off the top rope, hits an SOS. Hits an SOS on AJ Styles. I'm like, okay, Styles kicking out. He's kicking out, right? Nope. He pins him with the SOS. I'm like, what? You guys probably like, yeah, who cares? Dude, that's not even his finisher. Where was the freaking, oh my gosh, Trouble in Paradise? Why didn't he hit that? I was very confused when he hit that SOS and AJ Styles didn't win. Moving over here, it was a match between Peyton Royce and Asuka one-on-one, and I wasn't expecting too much from this match. Asuka ended up beating Peyton Royce with the Asuka lock, and then Rhea Ripley came out, coming soon over these past couple weeks, and now here she is. So Charlotte, I guess, isn't cleared for WrestleMania, so I guess they're going to put Rhea Ripley in that spot, which isn't bad at all. I think that's pretty freaking freaking cool. I think the original plan was supposed to be Charlotte takes the title from Asuka, and then it's Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley. But still, this is pretty cool. I think Rhea Ripley's going to get redemption from last year's WrestleMania. Take the title this time because she lost her NXT title last year against Charlotte. But yeah, and it was made official. Asuka, Rhea Ripley, freaking WrestleMania. So that's going to be freaking cool. I'm actually kind of excited for that. Moving over here, it was not a match, but Randy Orton, they were building up the entire show that Randy Orton's going to summon the Fiend. He's going to summon him and bring him out. I'm like, oh boy, what's going to happen here? So he's like, hey, get out here, I'm going to finish this. And then Alexa Bliss comes out first, and the Fiend right behind Randy Orton as the lights go out. And then Randy Orton RKO's the Fiend. He put gasoline on him, and then RKO'd. I'm like, oh my gosh, are they going to do it again? Are they going to do it again? No, they didn't. Fiend got back up magically as Randy Orton was intentionally not trying to pay attention to him, and then just Sister Abigail'd him. It was okay. It was an okay way to end the show. Just very similar to what happened at Fastlane. But yeah, guys, that was Monday Night Raw. If I were to rate the show, I'm going to give it a solid 7 out of 10. It kept me entertained through most of the show. It was pretty boring at some points. But yeah, guys, that was Monday Night Raw. Now we're going to jump into SmackDown. Continuing the week in review here with SmackDown. Not a bad show. Filled with some decent action. Some good controversy between guys like Edge, Roman, and Daniel Bryan. I thought it was really, really cool. But yeah, we're going to go through the play-by-play right now. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting over here was a match between Dolph Ziggler and Rey Mysterio. Not a bad match. Favorite part of this match had to have been when Rey Mysterio was going for a springboard maneuver, and then Dolph Ziggler turned it into a freaking zigzag. I thought that was freaking epic, but Ziggler did not pick up the victory with it. I was very surprised to see Rey Mysterio kick out of that. In the end, Rey Mysterio was able to pick up the victory with a frog splash. Simple little frog splash right off the ropes. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's over. Kind of caught me off guard a little bit. I'm like, oh my gosh, match is over. Dang. And then he celebrated with Dominic, and you got to guarantee that that's going to be a title opportunity in the future between the Dirty Dogs, Rey Mysterio, and Dominic. Not bad right there. Moving over here is a 6-man tag team match. It was the Street Profits and Big E versus the Alpha Academy, Chad Gable and Otis, and Apollo Crews. This wasn't a bad match, filled with some high-flying action. We saw Montez Ford jump over the top rope right on top of Chad Gable and Otis. Not bad. But of course, basically the entire reason for this match was to put over Apollo Crews for the build-up to WrestleMania. In the end, we had Apollo Crews able to hit the Olympic Slam. Or the Angle Slam, Olympic Slam, whatever you guys want to call it. And he was able to pin the Intercontinental Champion Big E center of the ring. I'm like, oh my gosh! Congrats, Apollo Crews. You pinned Big E in a 6-man tag team match. But still, he did pin the Intercontinental Champion, so that's not bad. And again, they do have a match at Mania, a rematch, so that shouldn't be bad. Not on my priorities to see it twice, but still, it shouldn't be a bad match. Moving over here was a match between Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura. Fastlane rematch. I don't know. I think their match at Fastlane was just okay. A lot of people really liked it. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Same with this one. I just thought this one was, decent action, but I just can't get behind Shinsuke and Rollins working together in the ring. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. But yeah, Seth Rollins hit the curb stomp on him at the end, and then Cesaro came out to get a little retaliation. Got his hands on a little Seth Rollins, but then Seth Rollins was able to escape. Of course, building to their match to WrestleMania, Cesaro, Seth Rollins. That should be a freaking awesome match. Put your characters aside and just have a good wrestling match at Mania, please. Right after Seth Rollins had a little interview backstage, and then Cesaro actually attacked him and started doing the Cesaro swing. And then he's like, challenge accepted for WrestleMania. So that shouldn't be bad. This was all right. Not bad at all. Moving over here, it was Bianca Belair versus Natalya. One-on-one. It was all right. We saw Natalya do her slow-motion clothesline that she likes to do. And we also saw, in the end, Bianca Belair hit the KOD, 1, 2, 3, and pin Natalya. But then after the match, somehow Sasha Banks was able to hit the backbreaker and then just reign tall over Bianca Belair. Should be a good match at Mania, but not the biggest fan of the build-up so far. Moving over here, episode of the Kevin Owens Show. We had Sami Zayn as a special guest. I'm like, oh, this is going to break down. This is going to be pretty cool. Kevin Owens was like, all I wanted you out here was to answer a question. But before Kevin Owens could ask his question, Sami Zayn's like, we're going to be premiering the red carpet commercial next week with Logan Paul, which is insane, of his documentary commercial. I'm like, oh, this is going to be freaking awesome. So I'm actually kind of excited to see how that's going to come out. But yeah, and then Kevin Owens got his match at WrestleMania that he wanted against Sami Zayn. He said yes, and then he just stunned him and left him in the center of the ring in a twisted heap. Not bad whatsoever. I'm really glad that they're bringing that rivalry, but I really wish that they started this rivalry like a month back. I think they could have done some insane build-up between these two guys because former best friends, man. I mean, like, it could have been way better if they started this rivalry, like, say, a couple months ago. I think it would have been way better, but still, or like a couple weeks ago, not like a couple months ago. That would have been way too long. But yeah, you guys know what I mean. Moving over here, we had a bunch of controversy in the beginning of the show. Daniel Bryan, he wanted to be added to the match between Edge and Roman Reigns because he tapped out Roman Reigns at Fastlane. Super valid point. I'm like, oh yeah, he did. He deserves a match against Roman Reigns. He basically beat him. So Daniel Bryan, by the end of the show, he's like, Adam Pearce, I need an answer, and he got his answer. It's going to be a triple threat match: Daniel Bryan, Edge, Roman Reigns for the Universal title, just like I said. Yeah, just like I said. Haha, I knew it was going to happen. Yeah, that should be pretty dang good. It ended in an all-out battle between Edge, Roman, and Daniel Bryan. It looked like Edge was about to slam both of their heads between two steel chairs, similar to what Randy Orton and him exchanged during their rivalry. I'm like, whoa, Edge about to go full heel on us. But no, I mean, he's got an aggressive side, but I'm not sure if he's a complete heel. But yeah, he's an aggressive man, you know? I mean, not bad. But yeah, Edge laid him out, took out Edge, took out Daniel Bryan, sat in a chair, and basically was just like, I'm ready for freaking WrestleMania, man. Bring it on. Who's going to win that match? Stay tuned to the prediction video. But yes, guys, that was SmackDown. If I were to rate SmackDown here this week, I'm going to give SmackDown a solid 7 out of 10. I thought it was okay. A little repetitive, but still not bad. But yeah, guys, that was a weekend review. Really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. BrettO Live